Well, hello. Today we're gonna be doing a dry run through of what a daily vlog will look like on the Appalachian Trail. I'm gonna try to use all the different cameras that I'm gonna be taking with me, trying to do all the different setups as if I was walking on that day. We're gonna pretend that like the rest stops are like mini shelters, that we're taking a break, that we're refilling our my camel bag, and go into the map and go over the topography of the trip, how long I've been walking, just a quick run through. Right now I'm in the car on my way to the trailhead in Miami Springs, but there's a train passing and there's a huge line in front of me. So we're just gonna sit here idle for a little bit, but I'm sure you're gonna get to see me as soon as the intro is over. So roll that intro, please. Wait. So as you can see, we finally made it here to the trailhead, or this is the spot where I like to start all my walks, and where I've done a couple of video reviews. I'm using right now the fluffy microphone that comes with the Osmo Pocket, which is just great. It has a windscreen. It's a windy morning here in Miami, so we're gonna take advantage of that and see how it handles strong gusts of winds. Now let's get that cable cam set up, because I've been dying to get this shot already. This is the third time that I try. The first two attempts, I realized after it was all ready to go that the battery was dead. So this is something that I had to keep an eye on it. I need to see how many move or setups I get out of every single battery that I'm taking with me, since I'm gonna be in about stretches of 3 to 4 days without being able to recharge my electronics. I need to make sure that everything lasts me for as long as possible. So let's get that shot right now. So as you can see, I've been trying to get this shot for the longest time, and I will be using this early in the morning when I'm leaving camp. So I might do a time lapse of me breaking down my tent, and you see the shelter behind me, just getting ready to leave. And maybe this is where I do like the intro, like breaking into the episode. Hi guys, today we're gonna be doing such and such, as I'm walking out of the hostel, or the campground in this case, the shelter, and then we'll take it away with the other cameras. All right, so now that I have recorded that sick shot with the glide cam, now is when I start vlogging. This is when I start walking, leaving the trail, getting my shots. And soon I'm gonna switch over to the Insta360 X2, so that you get to see another point of view that kind of looks like a drone is following me up close. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So guys, that right there was the Insta360 One X. What do you guys think about that point of view? I mean, if you've been following my Camino de Santiago videos, you know that is just the icing on the cake. Now, as I start walking and I'm using my tripod, which I'll do a video about all the different uses that I can get out of this little piece of monopod. Just amazing what I managed to put together. I'm using it as the invisible selfie stick that you see there in the shot, and I just take out like the tip and I hang it from like right here. I have a quarter 20 thread that I can use to mount all these pieces of photo gear. So let's start walking. I already set up my GPS phone to start tracking the entire walk today. We're gonna do about 7 kilometers, 7 miles. Gonna have to excuse me, I'm used to saying kilometers on the Caminos, and now I had to switch back to miles. It took me a while just to get used to kilometers, so now I think it's gonna play a trick on me. So on we go. So as I mentioned, this is the trail that I used to practice. I practice here for many Caminos, including the Via Francigena. I just love it because I got the canal on my right hand side. I get to walk by a golf course, beautiful golf course, and then by the other canal in Okeechobee. So all in all, it's a good workout that I managed to do in about 2 to 2.5 hours. Check out the canal. I'm also recording audio, stereo audio with a small field recorder, which I'll be getting a nat sound just to make the sound on this video even that much better and nicer for you guys. I mean, we're gonna be in the wilderness walking by beautiful waterfalls and streams, so why not get good clean audio with a tiny field recorder, not like the one that I took on my last Camino, the Tascam. That was a little bit bigger, and that was still amazing piece of technology. But since we're so conscious about the way that we're bringing on this trip, I've been trying to get the smallest thing possible. You know, I'm also bringing a wind turbine to recharge all my electronics and the cable cam. So far I'm at around 16 pounds without any food, which is great. Let's just leave it like that. So as you can see, we made it to the first shelter on the AT and we're simulating here as if we were having a quick break for lunch. So I want to show you guys the Osmo Pocket, which is the main camera that I'm going to be using for vlogging. As you can see here, here's the Osmo Pocket with the wide angle lens adapter. And I also have this small tripod, which is gonna come in handy for shots like this when I'm just taking a break and I just need to put it down. Stop recording already. So I want to record with all the cameras, and what I like about this one is the telephoto lens that it has. So here's my water bottle. I'm using the smart water bottles that most people use on the AT. They're very popular over there. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the mouth and the size. And it's what is this? This is 700 milliliters. So guys, that was a lunch break right here next to the canal. Amazing, just the atmosphere. So let's put it away, and on we go. Now I know what you're thinking, Efren, that's a lot of gadget, that's a lot of gear. You're gonna be stopping all the time. How are you gonna make those 20 kilometers, 20-mile days? Well, if you follow my previous Caminos, you know that I treat all my trips as a photo walk in a way. By the way, we made it to the next shelter, and right across the street there's one of those food store, like a quick stop. We're gonna treat it as if we just made it to town, and we're gonna go for like a resupply. I'm gonna go in there and get something cold to drink before we continue on today's trip. By the way, yes, I will be taking my time walking. I have no plans whatsoever to be doing 20-mile days. I will only be doing them in case of that I have no other choice. But I plan, especially at the beginning, to start with very short stages, maybe 5-8 kilometers, and slowly work my way up as I get accustomed to using all this gear, recharging all the electronics, see how long the battery pack lasts. I mean, I will be editing on iPad Air, so that's gonna be the one piece of equipment that's gonna consume the most. So I have to kind of see how far I can stretch my battery bank. And if I do bring the wind turbine, which sounds like something so big and heavy, but it weighs about a pound or less, and I can use my walking stick or my selfie stick as the pole, and I'll probably just leave it charging overnight. I mean, the AT is a windy environment. You're walking on the rim, on the mountains, and every single YouTube video that I watch, I see them having problems with the wind, especially on the audio side. That's why I have this small microphone with a windscreen. That's a lot of talking. Let's just go to get something to drink. So we're in the middle of a pandemic, and yes, we do need to wear our mask, especially when we get into the small towns. Got myself a resupply here in Dollar General or Walmart or whatever it is that we're gonna be seeing in the small towns along the way. Crossing a major highway and interstate, and we're back on the AT trail. Look at all the white blazers. Of course, you're gonna have to pretend. And we're right now next to the canal. Let me just enjoy my little cold drink. Just a treat for walking, what is it, like a mile today? Now we've reached one of my favorite spots here in Miami Springs, and it is this canal over here with houses on both sides. If there's a place where I could buy a house to settle down, this seems like the right place, huh? Don't you think? Now let me talk a little bit about the cell phone that I'm gonna be bringing with me, which is the Samsung S21 Ultra. Why did I get it? It had just recently come out, and it has the best camera out there in the market, especially the zoom that it has. You can get some very nice telephoto shots with digital stabilization that it just rivals even the setup that I had before. I mean, look at these ducks over here. Nice. I mean, that cable cam is really gonna take these vlogs to the next level. It does take a little time to set it up. I would say about maybe 10-15 minutes to get the entire shot, set it up, get the shot, break it down, and move on. So, but I'm used to it. I mean, I used to do the same thing with a drone. It was just a little bit faster, but you know, I'm not gonna be doing the fly cam that often. I may do it twice, 3 times a day. We'll see, depending on battery life. And right now, as you can see behind me, I'm in the golf course right now. I have to go all the way around. When I get to the other side, I want to show you another beautiful spot. I also got to try the travel just a little bit. I wanted to test it out, see if I could use it with the selfie stick, and it does work. So that is one less thing that I have to worry about. Do I need a selfie stick or a handle for the travel? Of course not. But I do have it, so it will be easier on my fingers, on my hands. So I have options. I can either use it. If I'm in a pinch, I'll just leave the selfie stick behind. But if I have time to dig a cat hole, a proper cat hole, then I'll use the stick. Let's continue on. All right, so this is gonna be another setup that you guys are gonna be seeing along the way. And this is kind of like one of those reality shows where they have like a confession booth. But in this case, I'm gonna be showing you where I am in the map. As you can see, this is the application that's been tracking me the whole time. I'm already at the halfway point of the day. And if I bring up this brush, let's put it over here, I can draw. This is where I started. I stopped along the way a couple of times at the shelters and then to resupply. This is where the beautiful canal was. We made our way around the golf course. This is where we are right now. Let me erase this. This is how much we have. I'm gonna go this way and then trail Okeechobee until I make it back to where I started, the trailhead. I should be getting there as the sun is already gone. We still got probably another hour and a half, which will give me the opportunity to test the light. You hear that? That's a plane. I'm right next to MIA, Miami International Airport. So yeah, roll with the punches. Let's continue, and I'll see you guys a little bit farther down the line. So when it comes to training, I do get the irony that I'm here in South Florida in Miami, but don't knock it down. I do 7 miles every other day. I started out without a backpack, and then slowly I had a small one, and then I started adding more and more weight. I have trained here in Miami to climb some of the world's tallest mountains. So all you're doing pretty much is developing your trail legs. I walk in uneven terrain, like I go on the grass, I don't go in the path. And little by little, I mean, when you start out, your legs are a little bit sore, but you get used to it, and the more weight you add, the more it feels like you're out there in the trail. But so that by the time that I get there, it won't be so much of a shock to my body, on top of all the things that I have to get used to it, you know, at the beginning when everything is just going wrong and you're getting used to the routine. Sun went down, so let's hurry up and get to the car before it's nighttime. I still got about a couple of miles to go, I believe. So let's do it. Now the sun just went out, so it gave me the opportunity to record using the small LED light that I have on the Osmo Pocket right now. I have it upside down, inverted, with the light on top, and it also has a filter to make it tungsten, so that when I'm by the fire, at least the temperature of the light matches. I did not bring a headlamp on this trip, or I'm not gonna bring one. Instead, I'm gonna bring this LED light because the headlamps are not great for lighting your face at dusk or at night. It's a very concentrated spotlight. This one is a little bit more diffuse. And in case I need to use it to walk around camp, guess what? I can also put it on top of the selfie stick right here. I have a quarter 20 thread female on this one, so I can put anything there. Also, in case I need to walk at night, which I'm not planning to do, but you never know. So guys, I guess I'll see you guys when I get to the car, and we're gonna get to my house. We're gonna head home so I can go over the editing process of these vlogs. I'm gonna be using an iPad Air, so we'll see. I need to be pumping out every single day for 6 months straight. That's gonna be a monumental task. I say even harder than doing the actual AT. The thing is that on my previous Caminos and trips, I usually just do all the recording and then I edit when I get home. But it takes me, for every day that I'm out vlogging, it takes me 3 days to edit it and upload it to YouTube. So in this case, if I do, let's say 6 months, that is a year and a half where I'm gonna be editing every single day. And that just takes too much time. I'd rather on this trip, by the time I get back home here to Miami from Katahdin, I should be just ready to do maybe the trailer, maybe put all the vlogs together and do a documentary, and then on I go to the next adventure. Until I have an editor that can help me out, or if it's just like a short trip, like about, let's say, a month, then I could do my old routine. So yeah, let's get to the trailhead and head back home. So as you guys can see, that was a very successful dress rehearsal for the AT. I mean, the car, it was pitch black by the time I got to my car, and I'm heading back home. You can say that this is the first hitch that I get into town, and I'm heading to a hostel, I don't know, to Chicas and Sunset, you might say. And once I get there, which is my house, by the way, let's go over the editing process, because I feel like that's gonna be the bottleneck in this whole thing. Today I walked 7.6 miles. So I say it was a very successful day. I feel fine. I'm gonna do a little bit of stretching when I get home because I'm not a flexible guy, but I feel like by the time I get through this trip, you know, I'll be able to touch at least the floor. So yeah, see you when I get home. So this is my house, aka the hostel where I'm gonna be staying tonight. I already took a well-deserved shower and I had an amazing meal. Two things that I would not get to see often along the Appalachian Trail, but you know, I'm still getting ready for what's coming up ahead. So let's go over the editing process that I'm gonna be implementing on my trip. As I said before, I'm gonna be taking my new iPad Air with me, and I'm using LumaFusion. I try a bunch of softwares for my Android device. I try like Power Director and a few others, but they're so simplistic and they're missing so many features that I just feel like it's gonna make me take longer to edit on those devices. LumaFusion has all the tools that I'm used to when I edit. I usually edit my vlogs in DaVinci Resolve, but I've used all of them. And when I mean all of them, I mean I spent 20 years working on television. Many of those years was as an editor doing promotions, so I've seen them all. And I really like LumaFusion. I like the fact that you can link tracks, that you can do ripple deletes, that you can cut across multiple tracks, multiple select. I mean, these are the things that I need so that I can do a speedy edit as I'm walking. I'm gonna be daily vlogging, so what I think I'm gonna do, and don't quote me on this, is when I get to camp at night, I'm gonna put the timeline, I'm gonna put all the clips that I recorded one after the other, do like a quick edit, and you know, see how much battery I use. If I'm gonna be out there for like say 3 or 4 days, then I should be using about 20 to 30% of the battery every single day. And then when I get to the hotel on the 4th day or the 3rd day, then there I can do the final polish pass before I upload it to YouTube. Guys, by the way, thank you so much to everyone that has donated so far. You guys are true trail angels. I really appreciate it. You can find the link down below if you want to drop some trail magic my way. And also you can become a member in the channel. By the time you see this video, I would have already quit my job, so I'm gonna be depending on my membership fees and the trail magic that you guys provide me for the next 6 months. Down below in the description, you're gonna find a ton of information. You can also buy my merchandise. I've done a few shirts that I'm gonna be wearing as I walk north, so that's another way that you can support this channel and this major expedition. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was very much a dress rehearsal. I'm trying to go over the routine that I'm gonna be implementing when I'm out there on the Appalachian Trail. By the time I get to Springer Mountain, I wanna have all the kinks polished so that I just can concentrate on doing the miles. So right now, I guess the only thing left to do is to enjoy the animation of today's walk. So see you guys on the next video.